Hi, friends. Welcome. I'm your host, Aimee Kandrac, and this is Kitchen Chats, the podcast where we come together with our friends when something major has happened in life, and we sit around the kitchen and we figure out what's next. This season is all about major life transitions. And if you've been with me before, you know that I love to bring in my friends and experts, and we talk through what's going on in life and how we can help as friends to support people when they're going through something. This season is a little different, and it's gotten personal. And I'm going to be sharing some major life transitions that I've gone through. So I'm bringing in a cast of characters who you've possibly seen before and heard before, because they're the people who I needed when I was going through things. And I'm going to give you a little recap of it, but I want you to know as you're listening that I've seen the light at the end of the tunnel and I'm living the light at the end of the tunnel now. But things are hard sometimes. And that's one of the reasons that we're here, because I needed people as I was going through stuff. So when we ended last, I was taking the summer off because my youngest was getting ready to graduate from high school, and then we took him to college and became empty nesters. And a couple of days later, I had the opportunity to go visit my daughter, and as I was driving home from visiting her, I had some pains and decided I needed to go to the doctor, and got a call from my doctor on a Friday night, and she said that she thought she knew I had a tumor, and she thought it might be cancerous. And she wanted me to go to the hospital first thing the next morning to get some blood work done. So I did. And when I got home from the hospital that day, my husband said he wanted to talk. And he wanted a divorce. And we agreed to wait and talk about that conversation a little bit more until the following week after I had surgery to remove the tumor. The good news is the tumor was benign, but my husband moved out the next week, and a couple of days later announced that we needed to sell our house. So this season, I'm bringing in the people who were around me in one of the most shattered times of my life. They're the people who got the middle of the night phone calls. They're the people who came in the middle of the day and pulled me out of bed and said, "We're just going downstairs to have a cup of tea today." They're the people who packed my house and helped me move. And they're the ones who talked me through all of the next steps. So while I don't want to share this in a way of saying, "Hey, woe is me," I've decided to take this season to share what I was going through and all of the wonderful things that my friends did for me to help me make it through one of the most shattering times of my life. As I was going through all of this, I had an image that really helped me, and it's of a beautiful bowl that is lots of little pieces that have been broken and is soldered back together with gold, and it becomes beautiful in the end. And I knew that's what I wanted to become. And I've found that all of that gold soldering, pulling me back together, were all of the people in my life. And I couldn't have done it without them. And I'm so lucky and grateful for them. So as we go into this season and you listen to these stories, I hope that you can find ways that you can either become that gold that's helping your friends get put back together. And sometimes that is really just sitting with them and giving them the time and space to figure out what's next. Again, I think I'm becoming that bowl. There will always be new cracks. There are always new transitions that happen in life. But I'm really happy now. So I say that to you as you listen and hear some of the really raw sadness that was going on. Because unfortunately, things happen. But we're here to help. Thanks for listening.
Kitchen Chats is brought to you by What Friends Do and co-produced by Aimee Kandrac and Songbird Media Group. Never miss a conversation by subscribing to Kitchen Chats with Aimee Kandrac on Apple Podcasts or your podcast platform of choice. Like us, rate us, share us with a friend. You can find more resources for those kitchen moments in your life by going to whatfriendsdo.com and following What Friends Do on your favorite social media platforms.